Hello everyone and welcome to another math lesson. Today we're going over line plots, which is lesson 12.5. And we're actually not going to do a journal page today. In fact, we're just going right into the book so that you can see some of the examples of what we're going to do, and then you're going to practice it with a couple of problems on your own for a homework assignment. Okay, so this is lesson 12.5. I am on page 665 in my Go Math book. And we're going to first talk about what a line plot is. So it says you can use a line plot to solve this problem, which we'll go over. A line plot is a graph that shows the number of frequency of data along a numbered line. So it says the data show the lengths of the buttons in Jen's collection. For an art project, she wants to know how many buttons are longer than 1/4 inch. So here we have all of these measurements, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. We have all these measurements of her button collection, but what we don't have is them in order or them organized in any kind of way. So step one is to order the data from least to greatest length and complete the tally table. So here I have 1/4, 3/4, and 4/4. They've already done that step for me. There are no 2/4 in here now that I'm looking. Nope, no 2/4. So it's 1/4, 3/4, and 4/4. And then it says complete the tally table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how many 1/4 are in this list. There's one right here. So there's one. There's another one. Two tallies. There's another one. So I have three 1/4 length buttons, 1/4 of an inch. The next one I'm going to do 3/4. All right, let's see how many 3/4. One. That's it. And then 4/4, I have one, two. So there is my tally table. Okay, my step two. Label the fraction lengths on the number line below, from the least value of the data to the greatest. Here's what is different about this number line and this chart. There are three lengths here, but there are four listed in this chart. Here's what it wants you to do. It wants you to write 1/4, 2/4. Even though we don't have it here, it's still a length. 3/4 and 4/4. And then on the line, we're going to write what we are writing. These aren't just fractions, right? They are the length in inches. Okay. So then we're going to do step 4, plot an X above the number line for each data point. Write a title for the line plot, which we already did. So plot an X above the number line for each data point. We said that there were three 1/4 length buttons. So I'm going to do X, X, X right above that to show that there are three. There are no 2/4. There is one 3/4, and there are two 4/4. Okay, let's go back to my original question, or what I'm trying to find in this problem. It says, so blank buttons are longer than 1/4 inch. How many buttons are longer than 1/4 inch? Well, I can count and say 1, 2, 3. So 3 buttons are longer than 1/4 inch. And that is how we do the line plot for this first problem. If you need to pause and get caught up, please do that. If you are caught up, let's go to page 667. Okay, let's do this first one together. A food critic collected data on the lengths of time customers waited for their food. Order the data from least to greatest time. Make a tally table and a line plot to show the data. Okay, so it gives me all of this time that is in hours. So we have half an hour, fourth an hour, third of an hour, all of that. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks here. So I'm going to do 1/4, 2/4, which is actually equal. Do you remember 2/4 equals 1/2? Then we'll have 3/4, and then 4/4, which is equal to 1. So in your chart, it'll not say 2/4 and 4/4, it'll just say 1/2 and 1, which I'm looking at right now. All right, let's see how many 1/4 we have. 1, 2, 3. Take your tallies. All right, how many 2/4 or 1/2? I don't see 2/4, but I do see a 1/2. Next is 3/4. 1. Oops, it looks like I forgot a 1/2 here, so there's actually 2 there. And then 1 full hour. Okay, so let's first do our title for our line plot. So it's actually going to be this right here. So time customers waited for food in hours. So time, I'll abbreviate that. So I'm going to say time waited for food in hours. And we'll say this is 1/4, this is 1/2, this is 3/4, and this. Okay, so now we can start putting our X's above the numbers that they're supposed to go to. So 1/4, I have 3, so 3 X's. 1/2, I have 2. 3/4, I have 1, and 1, I have 1. So this should be what your line plot looks like. That is all we do for number 1 because it just wants us to make a tally table on a line plot. We just did that. But 2 and 3 are going to be your questions regarding these charts. So, on how many customers did the food critic collect data? So here it's asking not for any amount with a certain time, it's asking how many customers were tested in this study? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could have also counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could have also counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 7 numbers that we were working with here. I like this question too. It says, what is the difference between the longest time and the shortest time that customers waited? So my longest time is here, a full hour. And my shortest time is here, 1/4 of an hour. So if we have to find the difference here, there's a math word. We're trying to find the difference. We have to subtract. So instead of 1, I'm just going to write 4/4 minus 1/4. And the difference in time here is 3/4 of an hour. 3/4 hour. Okay. If you want to do number 4 on your own, feel free. But I'm just going to go ahead and go to this page because this is the page that you're going to upload to Schoology. So I want you to do numbers 1, 2, and 3. They already did some of this problem for you, but you have to go through and finish it. And then you're going to do number 4. Okay. You do not have to do this on a separate sheet of paper. In fact, I would just cross off number 5 and do it in this area over here. Okay. So once you do that, take a picture of just this page. I'm not giving you any questions on the back today, just this page. This is 669. And then upload it to Schoology. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and ask. Bye.